Enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle. Right. Arshan bids us come to Magaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Wait. On second thought, you and Estinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. We've left Graha in the alchemist's care. You see, best to fetch him before he's cramped into specimen jars. Just you and me, then. The guardsman at the gate should wave us through. Now, do we want to do something different?
I don't think so.
Okay, well then how much longer do you think you have?
I don't know yet. I feel a little bit of tiredness coming on me, but
Just because we're almost hitting midnight. And you don't do this very often.
Do some yawning, eh? I'm almost
Okay.
90, boys.
Nice.
crackhead.
Crackhead is right. Crackhead.
Crackhead.
Major crackhead.
Yes, but can the crackhead say that he has done this?
Dude, that's just what did Zero say before? It doesn't really matter how much you do, is what you do with the one.
I don't
Right.
think I've said anything quite like that.
Close to that. He said he didn't want to do their job; they're useless. I do the one job I want to do, and that's the end game.
He's got a tank now and a black mage.
I do have the 3 classes at least, but I have no desire to have any more.
Now you're playing a sage too.
Well, it's not max.
Didn't you? Well, not quite, but you've been playing it. And didn't you
I have
get
a lot
another one of
characters
the?
that are like 30 and 40.
Didn't you get one of the other healers up there though?
Scholars up there a little bit, but
Oh, excuse me.
in the Astrologian, I didn't get. I don't think I did anything. I might not even have it unlocked.
I think you did, but I can't remember. Honored scions, you are free to enter at your leisure. Okay, let me in. As I cannot leave my post, I am afraid you must make your way on your own. Should you require directions in the city, the sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. Okay. Meaning I could freely walk around in here? Time to find more Aether currents. Or can I not find them in here? Because this is an actual city. Never mind, can't find them in here because it's an actual city. Though I have been to Razadhan before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we had best ask for directions from this sentry at the fountain. Lead the way and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. And Estinian is now my following companion. Find me circles. I want to hear more about Estinian. Estinian! First, let's touch crystals. What? There's no spots?
I think I borked the follow quest or something.
What do you mean? You got too far from him? So you have to go back to where he started, pick him up. There he is waiting for you. Basically saying that jackass. Mr. Dragonfire, I presume I understand you are here for an audience with the satrap. If you require directions to Maghuduta, I should be glad to provide them. The satrap residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Razadahan. To get there, I would originally recommend a route that takes you by the bazaar in the city north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed and the Aetherite disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternative path. First, please ascend the steps next to this mountain, and then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on the Paxa path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Rude Veda. Oh yeah, Veda. Fibers. Within you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. More Veda in this game. We need more Veda. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Okay, so we touched that one. But I want more. I think there's one over there. I think we have to go up the stairs. Go up the stairs and to the left. Following the path. Oh, gotta go back down. Want to miss an opportunity like that? Okay, sweet. What do you have to say? Yes. Ah, yes, I know about this portal. It leads to a nearby isle, a treasure vault of one of Razadhan's wealthiest families. They took the god of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults for inspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck. Or so they say. Yes, they do, because we played it already. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one, and you gain access to this vault. It's just talking about the treasure maps. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. This is a troublesome experience, as I can personally attest. Treasure maps are always fun. Definitely going to be a different experience now, I guess. There's nothing over that way, is there? I should go over that way anyways, because I am assuming it might allow me to attune to the crystal, even though it said it was offline.
No, you can't attune to it. You can attune to the little ones, though.
But you can't attune to the big one, you're saying?
Yeah, I tried it. It didn't let me.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Then I will now head up the stairs.
But yeah, make sure you hit the little guys.
Yeah, I got the one so far, and then I gotta get the one up there. Man, those elephants' arms are way too big. They span too much free time by themselves, I can tell you that much. They would not have. It's like the skill that yeah, it's a skills commercial, but I don't think it was arm wrestling that caused that. Guess I gotta go up further. Whoa. It said through the door, right? Yes, it did. Okay, good. Wasn't lost. Hi, heading to the Magaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Veda fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. Okay. Let's go up there and touch a crystal. And get some talking. Okay. Stinian, tell me stuff. The Tavarian weave. Hard to imagine more vibrant stuff. I dare say Emmerich would be partial to the gold thread and the blue, of course. He loves his blue. Sounds like Zero. Well, actually, Zero's more red. I never put much thought into what I wear. A spare set of clothing is usually all I carry, and if that isn't enough, I can always obtain something locally. You probably stink something fierce right now, buddy. Thought that crystal was a lot closer, but I guess not. Actually, is it going to allow me to go up there? Okay, yes it is. Follow me upstairs, Estinian. Even though I'm probably not supposed to be going here yet, it'll take me here eventually. I want that crystal. The shard. I found the shard. There we are. Stuck on boxes. Sweet. Okay, get back downstairs. Down this way. Up that way. Sorry, bunny boy, you're too K-pop for me. If you are here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. I don't want an airship. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megadota. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple. Really ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Actually, that one. Oh, there's a circle for me. I remember passing by here with Roshan, the situation being as it was. He regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamza myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Everybody loves turkey. Squawk, squawk. irritated Hamza. He was already pissed off with him. He understood. It's like, ain't nobody's food. Oh, that's too good. Okay, so this way. Crystal way over there. Man, this looks like where I would get mugged. It's like off in the middle of nowhere. Now I'm curious, did I use that when he followed me?
No.
That's what I figured. I had a feeling that would be the case. Which means now I got a long walk back. Maybe I should have did this after. Okay. I'll do that one after. One left, but I'll leave it till last. And there's a crystal there. Sweet. Okay, now we get to go and talk to Vertra again, I'm assuming. Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I acquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, come at the invitation of His Excellency. Now, of course, we have been expecting you. We'll show you into the audience chamber, if you would please follow me.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
You've
Not
kept
at
us
all.
waiting
Your
forever.
comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
It's a very good point. You don't want to get accustomed to
Full
healing
glad I am to
potions.
see you all unharmed.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the high crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
That looks
We are
more like a
humbled by your
giant
generosity.
towel.
Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Oh, jeez.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
'Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom we must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort.
Give me the tales. I want to know more.
'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsummer did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydralyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
Yeah, it is indeed true. They got like towers all over the damn place.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Prithee, a moment. There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee. I know of his clash with Omega, and the long slumber which was his price. Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world. 'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
Yep.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need in the end.
Why you gotta do that to me, man? You need to see them again?
Cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
So what were you and Virtue talking about? All the death that happened. Nothing very well, if you say so. Others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up with to them. Alphinoa has a mind to join the others at the High Crucible. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible first. Let us return to the mulberry orchids. Orchards. Orchards! Why do I keep doing that? I can't ride here. These cutscenes are hitting all the feelers. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. Sweet, I had one more thing over there to hit. One person. Where the streets turn, enter the door straight ahead, then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Resident. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyways, let's see where this door takes us. See, I have a map, so I know where I'm going. What? No. Is there a secret door here? No, okay, I got it. I understand. Down this way. Alrighty, Crystal. Attune me. Then take me over here. Oh, faster. Now, let's try it again. Nope. Disabled. You suck. Hi, and here is the Aether Plaza. So far, so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected their warding skills. Come, let us join them. Delivery Moogle and summoning bells. Oh, let's see what they have. Anything new? No? Nothing new? Okay, oh, there's where Zero's hiding. Cutscene. We're last, of course, but at least we found the place.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations.
Straight to the point, are we?
We'll need to consult with various alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then.
Oh, looks like we might have Garlemald
Meanwhile,
soon.
I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Please, I must speak with you.
Tanya.
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
How many poor creatures did you trample on to run here?
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true?
Should be bedtime now.
You pretty much done?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, so you're at the next... You're basically at the, well, Charlene's where you stopped?
I'm so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it.
We'll probably get there and maybe do something else, but we'll see how I'm feeling. Might have to call it myself soon. I mean, I think I've streamed for 8 hours today or more.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed. What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
Enjoy the Pentium Pro.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by
I
harness
couldn't hear the
identity.
talking. You need help. You're gonna wake up your entire house. Like I said, it is one of the unseen energies defined by Anish alchemy theory.
Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether.
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe. affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
In essence, you have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
Oh, hey. Yeah, so I'm just been finishing up some more of the current story quests, which has been really fun. Again, I'm absolutely enjoying the new story. It's just really, really, really well written. The tie-ins to the old content has just been so huge to kind of see, oh, that and him and so on. It's been just absolutely huge so far. And I am just enjoying what they have done so far with the writing. Absolute genius of a writer. So well written. Yes. Okay, so just gonna get myself to where 0 was. And then I might just call it from there. For now, I'll just finish with this. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Welcome back, Dragonfire. Kral has apprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. Well, it isn't much. I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillows. And after all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it penning a thesis or defeating deformed entities. So would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Yes, please. Where's my new inn?
Take heart and protect them well.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you? We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
That does look awesome. What? Don't you dare.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day. Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes in that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes. Well, after a fashion.
He's giving you the other half of the cookie. Take it.
They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
We're pushing on until dawn.
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Looks like she ate more of his food. Green with envy.
Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that.
Oh, jeez.
I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by who. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plan. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon the ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No. All else is equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke.
Jeez, insightful.
But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn
I will reclaim my moment.
Yes, but your moment won't live on forever.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.